As women march for equality today, one pair of freelance writers set out to expose sexism in the workplace. One man made a small change and he found out just how much sexism his female colleague experiences every day.
I said we should do an experiment and see if it's really different. So we did. And he was blown away by the results.
Nicole Hallberg and Martin Schneider were working for a resume writing company in 2014 when they decided to switch their names on outgoing emails to clients for 2 weeks. I was in hell, recounted Schneider on Twitter this week, sharing the story for International Women's Day. Everything I asked or suggested was questioned. Clients I could do in my sleep were condescending. One asked if I was single. Meanwhile, Nicole had the most productive week of her career. I realized the reason she took longer is because she had to convince clients to respect her.
For Marty, like I said, he was shocked. He said, in his words, I had this invisible advantage that I never knew about.
But for Hallberg, this was just one way to show how women like her constantly deal with sexism at work.
How often they interrupted and talked over me when we were all talking as a group. How often they ignored what I said. How often someone else would suggest the same thing I had said and suddenly it's a great idea. He wasn't cognizant of this.
And Hallberg's experience isn't unique.
There is still inequality in the workplace, so much so.
You do get judged as a woman, as your ability to do something.
It's unfortunate, but I just feel like people take men more seriously in the workplace.
I don't think I know a woman who hasn't experienced something like this. I really don't. And it's part of what holds us back. It's part of what keeps us from getting promotions, from getting raises, from getting put in hot positions. We're really just set up to fail all the time.
And Hallberg says one of the most frustrating parts for women experiencing sexism is being told it's all in their head.
Our boss didn't believe us. He immediately dismissed it. You know, even though me and Marty went together and said, this is what we saw. And he goes, no, there's a million reasons that could have been the case.
She wants to see more men speak up, pointing to the changes her colleague made.
When I made him aware, he started using his voice to say, hey, I think Nicole had a good idea about that. Or, hey, I'm sorry, I think Nicole was saying something. Recognize that your privilege is that you will automatically be listened to, you will automatically be taken seriously.
Well, shortly after the experiment, Hallberg quit that job. She now works as a freelancer and says it's one of the only reasons she's been able to share her experience. She says she knows many women can't speak up about sexism at work for fear of losing their jobs. Janelle Massa, City News.